One of my favorite gardens in New England is Blithewold in Bristol, Rhode Island. Good friend and colleague Jill Tyler and I had the Cook's Tour, and they treated us regally. The mansion itself was built in 1895 by Augustus Van Wickle. Blithewold literally comes from the Old English, meaning happy woodland. One of the main characteristics of the gardens is the daffodil garden. It has literally tens of thousands of daffodils. We caught it in bloom just right. And of course the area is shaded, so the blooms will last a lot longer than out in complete sunlight. There's a few May apples here and there and other ground covers mixed in with the daffodil. Another feature of Blithewold that I truly love, that we didn't have enough time for in this video, perhaps in a subsequent video, is the oldest specimen evergreens in particular. They also have a Japanese garden that I particularly like with a moon bridge. Here we see some Leucotherae, and here's some of those specimens I was referring to, the old scleroses, plants that come from a different time. Some Chamaecyparis, and Sclerosa happens to be one, but they have the sequoias that this one in particular looks like it's about 100 feet tall now. I truly like to visit Blithewold to see the growing of particularly the large specimen plants that you won't find in stores today, certainly not sequoias. The Leucotherae is also amongst the daffodils, and it has a rather clean, soapy smell, as a matter of fact. And it just adds to the leisure walk that I recommend when you go through the daffodil gardens. And then, not far from here, some perennial gardens. Here's the bust of the philosopher, they call it. A lot of people thought it was Socrates. When I looked at it more closely, I realized that Socrates had a pug nose. And so that's definitely not Socrates. It looks more Roman, as a matter of fact. But it was a perfect day, about 80 degrees, dry, a little breeze from the ocean. This estate sits right on the bay. And here's a close-up of the philosopher. Here's one of the smaller gardens. Been there for ages. And they changed the perennials. Now, this is May. We've had a late spring in 2015. And it seems like everything's breaking at once. Here we see tulips in bloom, while the flowering fruit trees are coming out as well. They have a beautiful collection of perennials, and they grow a lot of the plants themselves. And they have a new greenhouse, and they have tents set up on the lawn area for weddings. It's a great place to book for such events. They have a lot of working staff here, both in the garden and in the office. They've made some wonderful additions. Here we see some of the peonies, which have been there for quite some time. Looks like they're going to bloom very shortly after these tulips. You got to go see Blithewold when you get a chance in Bristol, Rhode Island.